In this installment, we're going to be going over the NBA bet slate here for Tuesday, November 18th. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our NBA slate here for November 18th. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetShetsD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91, and don't forget about that Patreon as well. Right now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 10.3 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 20K, and we're well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. If you're already subscribed, continue to like and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm so you can grow to a much broader audience. All right, now for the Monday Night Football, we almost had the over. That total went exactly at 49. We had the 49.5, and then the Cowboys showed up. They actually covered for a rarity there. Obviously, they were playing for Marshawn Nealon, and they showed up and showed out in that game. Very inspired effort from them. But still, that Cowboys team after this week, that defense is something definitely to worry about. Raiders squandered a lot of opportunities, especially in that first half. All right, for last night in plays, despite the fact that NFL didn't come through, we were red hot on NBA. 76ers, Heat, Hornets, and Cavs all came through. The only one that missed was Pacers plus 8.5. And then our community parlay came through, Sixers and Heat on the money line plus 181. So we're keeping it hot on the NBA side of things, and that's why we're doing an NBA video. We're getting closer to that playoff and the end of the NFL season. I'm gonna be dropping more NBA, and if you do not see a video in NBA, just come over and sign to the Patreon so you can get these winning NBA plays, and that's what we're going to be doing in this one. So if you want access to that, click on that link provided down below. You're going to get full access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. First game up here in Kia Center, we have the Orlando Magic 7-7 going against the Golden State Warriors 9-6. Looking at the current odds for this one here, we have Warriors road favorites minus 160, Magic plus 135, total at 222, spread at 3.5. Public bet percentage for this one as well, 76% of the bets, 71% of the money all over the Warriors to cover, 83% of the bets, 82% of the money all over Warriors to win. And for the total, 87% of the bets, 85% of the money on the over 222.5. This is their first meeting as well, and the Warriors are trying to win 4 road games in a row. They just beat the Spurs back to back, and then the New Orleans Pelicans. All right, Magic coming off a loss against the Houston Rockets, very tightly contested game, and very impressive performance without Paolo Banchero. All right, so you got to look at that game and definitely think, hey, the Orlando Magic looked fine without Banchero, and Franz Wagner is definitely doing this thing. They have another 1-2 punch here. That's the reason why they went out and get Desmond Bane. They needed another scorer, just in case these injuries popped up, and they happen to have. So if we're looking at the injury report, we're waiting on news about Jalen Suggs. Banchero was out, and Moritz Wagner's been out for the majority of the season. For the Warriors, no Kuminga for the Warriors, and that's pretty much it. They're going to be starting Curry, Will Richard, Moses Moody, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green in this one. But this line, 3.5, you expect the Warriors, pretty much fully healthy here, to be bigger favorites than the 3.5. And this line is a little bit skeptical. A lot of these games for the Magic, they've been big favorites earlier in the season. They didn't come through, but now they've been turning things around, getting a little more defensive, and that's why they went on that little nice win streak against Portland, New York, and the Brooklyn Nets. So this game here is telling me, we're going to start off with the total. The pace in this one, I like the over in the pace. We got 2 top 10 teams in the league in pace. Golden State is 8, Orlando is 9. In this particular game, I think there's going to be definitely a lot of scoring in this one. So I'm going to be going with the over 222.5 as the secondary play. The main play in this one, give me the home team. All right, I don't think the Warriors are just going to blow through this road trip here. And I think this is a tough opponent in the Orlando Magic that can definitely keep up with them, especially at home. Magic were one of the elite teams at home last year. They definitely bring that over in this one. If we're looking at, yeah, Magic are still over 500 at home. They're 4-3 currently. I think they're going to definitely give it a tough effort here. I like the +3. Give me the home dog +3.5 main play, secondary play over 222.5. In Barclays Center here, we have the Brooklyn Nets 2-11, Boston Celtics 7-7. Looking at the current injuries, Jason Tatum is going to be out of this game. Obviously, he's been going to be out for a majority of the season. And for the Nets, no Cam Thomas and no Haywood Highsmith. Looking at the odds for this one, Celtics -550 on the money line, Nets on the comeback at +400, total at 222.5, spread at -10.5. All right, public bet percentage 65% of the bet, 61% of the money on Boston to cover. Total 90% of the bets and money towards the over 222, and for the money line 93% of the bets and money on the side of Boston to win. All right, now Brooklyn Nets come into this game off a win. That's a rarity right there. They beat another poor team, and they were underdogs in that one. That was a sketchy line as well. It's like, why is Washington, who sucks just as bad as the Nets, 3.5-point favorites? The obvious choice was to take the Nets and the points in that game. All right. Celtics are trying to get things right here. Struggled earlier in the season. That's why they're only 500 right now, and they're turning up, beating Memphis, beating the Clippers as well. Now they get a nice, easy opponent here against the Brooklyn Nets with no Cam Thomas. So this is a one-man show here with Michael Porter Jr. This one is an easy call for me. I'm going to have to take the Celtics minus the 10.5. I would feel more comfortable if I took the minus 9.5, if you can find that around there, or just take it. It's probably around -130, -140. It's worth it. Just get the security. A lot of games end at exactly 10 points. But just, yeah, Celtics to cover the number is the main play. Secondary play, I love the under. All right, I love the under in this game. We got 90% of the money in bets on the over. If we're looking at pace here, Brooklyn Nets are 15th, so middle in the pack in the league. Shockingly, the Celtics are the bottom 8 team in pace. All right, bottom 8 team in pace here. It's not the same Celtics as last year, running and shooting all these threes here with Jason Tatum. They got to play a little bit different here with no Jason Tatum. Make sure they have opportunities to definitely get these wins, and I think they take full advantage of the Brooklyn Nets here, and I think the Nets don't score that much. I think the Celtics cover the number, and that Celtics defense definitely mitigates the Nets offense, and I like the under 222.5. All right, so main play, Boston to cover minus 10.5. Secondary play under 222.5. In State Farm Arena here, we have the Atlanta Hawks 9-5 going against the Detroit Pistons 12-2. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, Pistons come in as road favorites -115. Comeback of the Hawks at a -105. Total at 230. Spread at 1.5. Public bet percentage here, 59% of the bets, 60% of the money on Detroit. For the total, 91% of the bets, 92% of the money on the over 230. And for the spread, 64% of the bets, 58% of the money on Detroit to cover that short spread there at -1.5. Looking at the injury report, there's a lot of question marks in this game. We have Cade Cunningham questionable, Oscar Thomas questionable, Tobias Harris, Jaden Ivey, Clintman, and Sasser are all going to be out of this game. So we're really waiting on Cunningham if he's going to be able to give it a go in this one. For the Atlanta side, who's been playing tough, their rookie, second-year player, Risa Sher is questionable, and Porzingis. So we got to wait on him, and Okongwu. Okongwu is questionable as well. We got 3 guys we're waiting on news for. So definitely wait until around after they do their practice, probably around 2:30. We might get a better indication on who's going to be in this game here. So going off that right now, Hawks are red hot. Both of these teams are red hot coming into this game. 5-game winning streaks on both sides at least. This one particular, no, the Pistons are on a 10-game winning streak actually. So Will the Atlanta Hawks be able to stop this red hot team here? That's the big question mark. You got a line that's telling you that it's going to be closer than what you think, and maybe that Cade Cunningham is going to be out of this game. I think that the advantage is on the side of Atlanta at home. Looking at this line, you expect more of a -5, 5.5 coming into this with how the Detroit Pistons have been playing. But that's kind of an indication of the injury report. So give me the give me the Hawks +1.5 for the total at 230.5 with the Atlanta Hawks and the Detroit Pistons. I like the over. Atlanta's top 10 in the league. Detroit is a little bit lower at 20th, but I think that I see a high scoring game, a back and forth, down the wire type of environment here with these two teams. So main play, Hawks +1.5, secondary play over 230. In the Frost Bank Center here, we have the San Antonio Spurs 9-4, Memphis Grizzlies 4-10. Looking at the current odds for this one here, Spurs home favorites -250, comeback of Grizzlies +200, total at 233.5. Spread at 5.5. Public bet percentage here for the spread, 81% of the money and bets here on the Spurs to cover the 5.5. For the total, 87% of the bets and money towards the over 233.5. And for the money line, 91% of the bets, 94% of the money to all over the Spurs in this one. So very heavily one-sided here. Checking the injury report, we have some injuries on both sides, especially on Memphis. On the Memphis side, all right. So no Brandon Clark, no Ty Jerome, no John Morant, no Scottie Pippen Jr., and no Small. So losing your 2-point guards here and your leader in John Morant, this is pretty much a Jaren Jackson type of team in this one. Cedric Coward has been a bright star as a rookie as well, but definitely you're losing a lot of firepower here. Spurs, this team has been deep. And they're going to have to hold things down without Victor Wembanyama. He's out. McLaughlin, backup point guard, he's out. Dylan Harper, the rookie, he's out. And Stephon Castle is out. So they're missing some pretty big pieces here on both sides. But the Spurs still have De'Aaron Fox. They still have Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sochan, some solid guys that can definitely produce for the San Antonio Spurs. And the Grizzlies losing their main scorer and then their facilitator in Pippen Jr., who plays really good. If he was in this game, then I definitely would say things would be a little bit more closer because he shows a lot of potential there running this offense. But I think that it still lies on the side of the Spurs. The line is telling you the Spurs as well. So for the spread, for the even number, I'm going to have to take it. Give me the Spurs -5.5 here. Looking at this Grizzlies team, they've been getting blown out each and every game from Cleveland to Boston and New York to Oklahoma City. And I like the performance we saw from San Antonio without Victor Wembanyama. All right, they came out and blew out the Sacramento Kings. So give me the Spurs -5.5 as the main play. Secondary play for the total, we're going to go under. All right, I think the Grizzlies are going to struggle to score. Obviously, we're missing a lot of scorers on the side of the Spurs and Castle and Wembanyama. And I think this goes towards the under 233.5. In Crypto.com arena here, we have the LA Lakers 10-4, Utah Jazz 5-8. Looking at the odds for this one here, Lakers -750 on the money line, comeback of the Jazz at a +525, total at 238.5, spread at 12.5. Public bet percentage here, 69% of the bets, 72% of the money on the Lakers to cover. For the total, 81% of the bets, 84% of the money on the over 238.5. And for the money line, 94% of the bets and money on the Lakers to win this game. All right. Now, looking at the injury report here for these two teams, Lakers is the same guys that have been out. Gabe Vincent and LeBron James are both questionable. And then Utah Jazz, no Georges Niang, Hendricks, Philip Bukowski, and Anderson are going to be questionable. We'll see if they're going to be able to give it a go. Utah is a young and feisty team. They can definitely surprise some certain teams in certain spots. But this one here with the Lakers, how they've been playing at home, I think they're going to have some struggles in this one. So in this game, give me the Lakers to cover the 12.5. They've been playing strong as of late. Coming back home after a long road trip, that's going to be good for them. And then Utah Jazz coming off a tiring long game, 297 points scored in that game. Oh my God, against the Chicago Bulls. They definitely needed the day off after this game here. And this is a team that doesn't play any defense. The Lakers on the other end can play defense, and I think they come up with some stops against this young team in the Utah Jazz. So Lakers minus 12.5 is the main play. The secondary play will be the over on 238.5. Love of the Lakers offensive guys and players here. Austin Reeves, and Luka Doncic should be stuffing the stat sheet in this one against the Utah Jazz. Last but not least, here in Motor Center, we have the Portland Trailblazers 6-7, going to be against the Phoenix Suns 8-6. Looking at the current odds for this one, Trailblazers home favorites minus 140, money line plus 115, total 236.5, spread at 2.5. Public bet percentage here, we have 57% of the bets, 61% of the money on the Phoenix Suns to cover. For the total, we have 84% of the bets and money on the over 236.5. And for the money line, we have 54% of the bets, 66% of the money on Portland to win. All right, both of these teams are coming off losses. Phoenix coming off a bad loss against Atlanta, allowing a 20-point lead, and they came back here. Suns were hot on a winning streak, and then Atlanta came back and won that game. And then Portland, they just have been struggling as of late, losing 4 out of their last 5 games. And when we're looking at the injury report here, we have no Henderson. That's a big loss. Matisse Thybulle, one of their better defenders, and then Drew Holiday is going to be out. So their veteran leader there in this one is going to be out this game. For the Phoenix side, no Grayson Allen and no Green. They're both out. All right, so this is going to be Dillon Brooks, Devin Booker, Mark Williams. In this one, Booker should have a big game in this spot. Okay, if we're looking at where we're going to be going in this one for the total, I love the over 236.5. Portland is number 1 team in the league in pace, and the Phoenix Suns are 11th. This should be an explosive matchup here. Give me the over 236.5. That's the secondary play. The main play, I think the Suns bounce back after an embarrassing loss against Atlanta, and definitely show up against a team in the Trailblazers that are going to be out some key guys, all right, especially Drew Holiday. I think that's going to be big, especially defensively. Drew Holiday would have been guarding Devin Booker. Booker should be able to definitely put up a nice number here against this Blazers defense, all right. So give me the Suns plus 2.5 main play, total over 236.5. That's going to be our breakdown for the NBA slate that we got going on Tuesday. If you agree or disagree, definitely let me know in that comment section down below. And also, if you want to sign up for that Patreon, get locked and loaded, join the community that we got guys going off 24/7. You click that link down below, you're going to get full access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. This your boy Chef D. I'll be back very soon, and peace out.